Hello, you trader nerds. Welcome into a Tuesday edition of the Sweet Bobby Trader Nerd Show, where the market is up 0.16%. And, it's kind of weird. I thought we'd have a down day probably today, and it may be. Looks like now it's a range day. Now, keep in mind, 80% of days are range days. 80% are range days. So if you wake up in the morning, most of the time you need to realize that the market goes from the high to the low and back to the high. That's what it does in some type or semblance of a range. This is what you would call a range. And as you can see, all the activity is in the opening 15-minute range, which is the gray here. And it's interesting that AD has just gone up, 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 up. And markets just kind of fluctuated back and forth. VIX is down to 19, so it should be paid a little bit. AD is 276. It is strong. And the volume is average, typical volume. Nothing to see here. But look at this. We are right back where we opened today. Here was the cash open. We are right there. So really nothing to see today. Everybody's waiting to see if we're in World War III or whatever. Big deal. If we got zombies coming out to kill us, who knows? I mean, I would not be surprised that aliens take us over today. I mean, the world is just so crazy. And let's look at our big green monster. This is the last day of the big green monster. I know what you're saying. Bobby, you drew this arrow. You drew this red line like yesterday. No, I didn't. I drew this several days ago, last week. And sure enough, we called the bottom. Doesn't mean we can't go past it, but we did identify a source of support there on the chart. Now, what has happened is what we thought would happen. I mentioned it yesterday. We thought that we would go from a period of oversold back into the fair market, fair value zone in order to fill some of these gaps. And it's looking, ladies and gentlemen, like maybe the 42.64, but we redraw these tomorrow. So this is kind of long in the tooth. So we're kind of losing our edge here, but we're certainly going up. And keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we are under the 200 daily moving average. This is bearish. See where the market is? We are under that. This is bearish. We are under the 10 versus 20 exponential moving average. This is bearish. And we're also under the monthly 10-month moving average. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Also, our bearish sentiment is confirmed by a downward facing linear regression chart. So, sure, we may pop up, but now the overall direction of the market is down. This should play really good into our strategy. So we shall see if this plays into what we're doing. But we had a very frank and candid discussion yesterday, and I hope you'll all see that. Confessions of a Bad Trader, kind of playing off the Tasty Live Bad Trader tour. And we just confessed some of our sins yesterday. It's not that I didn't follow the plan, but it's that I think some of you have followed the plan much better than I have. And so I confessed my sins, and now go, Bobby, and sin no more, knowing what you know. So let's see how our little two accounts are doing today. Don't forget, it is T-Bill Tuesday. After we stop the recording, you and I will hop into the platform on TD Ameritrade, and we will do our little buying of our little T-bills, which is always kind of fun. So let's see how we're doing here today. So let's go to the IRA and see how we're doing. The IRA, we are at 88,819, 88,823, 88,819. We'll just go 88,819. So here we go. 88,819, looking nice. 88,819, fire up the band, Rico.
Well, we're moving on now. Moving on up to the east side. To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Now, it'll be interesting to see if our metrics are out of line like they were yesterday in the other two accounts, because I just didn't like it at all. Didn't like what we were seeing. Did I hit the enter button? Yeah. So here we go. So we are at 106 Delta, which means we are the equivalent of owning 106 shares of Delta. So 107, let's say 107.77. 107.77. Oh, it looks much better. 107.77. So we're almost where we need to be with our theta, not quite. And VIX has gone down to 19. VIX controls all of our metrics. And we are at 30,500 in buying power Good. So we are at 34%, should be at 30%. We're at 0.09 theta. I'd like to see a little more theta. Now let's go to our trade tab. So you see we have a debit spread coming off today, the 42.50, 39.50. Let's see what that looks like. Do I have anything that's in the money? I shouldn't have. Let's see, 42.50. What's the market at? 42.50. That one's in the money, isn't it? Let's go look at it. 42.50. Not very often that we have something that expires in the money. So put debit spreads. Yeah, here we go. 42.50, 39.50. This is in the money. So you would want to close it, right? Now, I guess I could keep the 39.50. Where are we at here? Let's see, 39.50. I mean, I don't see that happening, right? I don't see that happening, but you would probably want to close. Where's that? Here it is. You want to close this little puppy right here, right? Now, tell me why. Does anybody know why? This is a long put. A long put is a bearish trade. If you wake up with a trade that is in the money, that is a long put, then you will wake up short a future. Right? So you wake up short a future. What is it on the E-minis? One of them, some of them are, is it the quarterlies that are cash settled though? Some of them are, I forget, I need to look it up. But generally what I say is if anything's in the money, I need to close it, right? So I could close the whole thing, create closing order, sell this for a very nice little credit here. 59.45, 59.20. Let's see what this thing's going for actually. Rejected. It's got to fix that price, doesn't it? Here we go. We'll try to get out of it here. Let's see. What's it going to make me do? I'm in quarters. Let's see. Canceled orders. Here we go. Let's see if we can get out of this thing. Create closing order. We bought it to start with, so we need to sell it just now. So let's see if we sold it for Golly Pete. What's that spread going for? What's the maximum it could go for? Hold on a minute, my brain's not working. So it's a 50 point wide, so $250, right? Is the most that can. Well, wait a minute. Let's see. This is a 39.50. This is a 300 wide. So let's move this little puppy down. See if we can get out of this thing. 59.47. There we go. So we're out of it at 59. So let's put that in. See how we did there. 59 on the spread here. $59. Closing price was 59. Nice little profit. So closing price, no sign. 594.40. Look right. Exit on 10/31/23. It's not right. There it is. Okay, so we made 500. We made $480.74. Okay, that's good. Nice. So we got rid of that, right? Now, so everything else looks like it's just fine. We don't have on a lot of positions. Now, yesterday, normally I would say, oh, hey, Bobby, your theta is low. Put on a new trade. Well, yeah, but remember, I'm also looking at market sentiment, and my market sentiment is bearish. I think I'll have better opportunities to put on a trade, and we're so close to the theta percentage now, and we probably went up a little bit since I closed that. Let's say market's moved, but let's see where our theta is now. Theta should have gone up a little bit. Well, it went down a little bit, didn't it? Market's moved, but I think I'm close enough that I'm like, I'm not going to put on a trade today. I think we're going to get a better shot at this probably tomorrow or Thursday or Friday of this week to put on something else. So nothing really to do there. Okay, let's go to the Roth IRA. The Roth IRA. Let's see how we're doing over here. See if Rico can fire up the band over here. We're at 27,512. 27,512. Oh yeah, 27,512. Fire up the band, Rico.
Yeah, we're moving on now. We're moving on up to the side. To a deluxe apartment in the sky.
If anyone would like to buy a book for a child that is like from 4 to 8 years old, you need my Blossom Possum book. Go to sweetbobby.com. I've got the hardbacks now. Buy the book. I'll ship it to you, and you'll have a wonderful, wonderful time, a wonderful gift for your 4 to 8 year old grandchild or child. And the hardbacks are awesome, y'all. They're just fabulous. They're so good. It's embossed. It's a wonderful book. Teaches them how to save, how to give, how to spend responsibly. Just a good book. Even though I did write it. Hang on, it's a good book. All right, so let's take our little things off here. A little plug for Blossom Possum Learns to Save. So let's go to this one. So we're at 69.37. 69.37. 37. That looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, we got plenty of data over here. So buying power usage is a measly 17,900. 17,900. Oh, yeah, look at this 900. Yeah, we look good over here. Now we're using 65% of our buying power, but that's why we try to not go over 30% here, right? So that we don't, when crap hits the fan, we don't go too far up. And our theta, y'all, is just gorgeous. So now knowing this, you can come over here and you can say, we got a 42, 50, 39, 50 debit spread. What did I close that with asking for? Was it? I closed that spread for 59. Let's see if we can get a little more on it over here. 59. Let's show our stuff. Our put debit spreads. There she is in the money. Well, we close it. Create closing order. 65. Surely we can't get that much, can we? That's gonna make me mad if I 65.50. Oh, it did. Oh man, gosh, I should have tried bigger on the other side. That's fine. I'm not greedy. 65.50. Let's get that out. 65.50. 65.50 got us filled. And 10.31.23. So we made on that one a little bit more than we made. $272. How's that one? One put debit spread. We must have two put debit spreads on that other one. I guess that was the thing. Okay, so we're out of that. Now, interestingly enough, it says that we should close our 4,100 put that has 17 days left. So let's go look at that one. The 4,100 with 17 days left. Let's see what it looks like. 4,100 with 17 days left. So let's go to our nakeds. 4,100 with 17 days left. There we are. So this one is at a loss. 4,100. Where's the market at? 41.85. Yeah, it's a good time to do what we're going to do here. So let's take the 4,100. Let's close it. See if we're getting the market on this one. Try the 35.50. There we go. So we close for 35.50. Let's go put in our losing trade. Let's say 35.50. And we got out of this one on 10.31.23. Right? So we close that for 35.50. So what we want to do now is go out and see if we can reposition that little deal for, as Hal reminded me the other day, for whatever the closing price was that you did that, right? It took us $357 to close it. So we want to collect $357 here. So let's go and see how we row your boat. So let's trade MES. We were in 17 days. If we were to roll out to about 45 days, about 30 days to that, right? We could go and what do we say? What was that? We closed that for 35, wasn't it? 35.75. Let's see where we could go. 35.75. It was the 4,100. Here we go. We can roll it out and down, right? So we can roll it to around 39.70. Yeah. And let's see, that would allow us to collect 379.56. And we closed, yeah, 357.94. That's it. That's exactly what we do. Let's come back. Let's send that puppy. Now, what we just did is we lowered our delta. We, managed to keep theta in there, and we should have reduced our buying power a little bit by doing that. So let's see what our buying power is now. Just kind of interesting to see. So now our buying power is 18,200 compared to 17,900. Well, that didn't work quite as I thought, but normally you're reducing your buying power on that.
You close your debit spread.
Yeah, you're right. I closed my debit spread too. So, no big deal there. I mean, we closed a couple trades. So, but that was the right thing to do. And it was right. It's kind of like the tasty thing too, right? You get to that 21 days, you get under there and you go, it's kind of close. So I was able to take a 4,100, right? And make that into a safer trade by rolling the 4,100 out to the, what was it? We rolled it to 4,100. We rolled it down to the 39.70. Beautiful. And that is how you do it. What are y'all chatting about here? Dan, I missed yesterday. I went to watch the video in Discord, and at least for me, it brought up Thursday recording, just an FYI. Let me tell you everybody what I'm doing. So I want to reward you guys who are in the Discord, right? Who are members of our Discord. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start placing today's episode in the Discord. And then everybody who's not a member of the Discord, they're going to get it a day late. So you guys deserve to get it on the day that I post it. And I'm starting that today. So this video will be in today's. Plus, I will have yesterday's video in there for y'all. And then if you're on YouTube subscriber, you'll see today's episode. It's actually going to be tomorrow. So I want to reward everybody that's in the Discord group. Okay. All right. Great having y'all in here. Love you to pieces. I will see y'all tomorrow.